This year, there are 4 exciting new iPhones to choose from, including a brand new addition joining the lineup. There's the new iPhone 17, the groundbreaking iPhone Air, a completely new member to the iPhone family, and finally, iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max. iPhone 17 comes in sage, mist blue, white, black, and lavender. iPhone Air comes in light gold, cloud white, space black, and sky blue. And iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max come in deep blue, silver, and cosmic orange. Let's take a look at the differences between them and what makes each one so great. iPhone 17 is now even more amazing. It has a 6.3-inch display with ProMotion up to 120 Hz and is protected by the new ceramic shield on the front. It's powered by the new A19 chip. It has a 48-megapixel dual fusion camera system and comes with a new center stage front camera designed for a next-level experience. Next, iPhone Air is an exciting new take on iPhone. It's the thinnest iPhone ever with the power of Pro inside. It features a 6.5-inch display and is powered by the new A19 Pro chip, packing Pro power into a slim design. On the back, a 48-megapixel fusion camera.
Testing, testing, testing. Let's see how we look. Okay, perfect. We're good. Excuse me. We good. Oh shit. Let's not break that. Oh, good morning, beautiful people. Oh my goodness, get us stretching. Whew. Tired. That's what that means. Tired. I'm upset today, y'all. For the third day out the week so far, our moves just be going without us in extended trading hours. Like, I'm not going to dive into it too much right now because, you know, we go to our analysis at 9:15. But I'm going to let y'all know from now. Let me not even say upset. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed. but hopefully we can still get a good stream in. And I got my links working now too, so if you're watching this after the live is already published, check out the links in the bio. It shouldn't be links, it should be one link. I have a link tree, so everything should be posted there. In about 4 minutes, we're just gonna go over trader sentiment. We're gonna do a local trader sentiment, y'all, in about 4 minutes or so. Just give me some time. We gotta make sure y'all not in my phone, y'all. Is anybody even here right now yet? Hold on. There was something else I was supposed to do. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to put the live chat on here. I was supposed to put the live chat on here. How do I do that? Studio mode? Let me play around with this real quick. Oh. Oh, so studio mode just lets you preview the screen for real. Let's take that off. Is there any way I can put the chat like on here? How do I do that? Oh gosh, not settings. I don't know. If y'all know how to do it, please help me out. Give me a little advice on how I can set that up. I was supposed to put that in from earlier when I was setting up my stream from today. That's what I was supposed to do. We could do one more day without it though. We could do one more day without the live chat, but I do want to see how to do that. So let me just look that up from now. Just so I have it there. Oh, let me put it on my phone actually. How to put live chat on YouTube Live. Is it a software I have to download or some shit? All right, yeah. All right. So I'm getting a bunch of videos on how to do it. Oh, see chat in game. How to read YouTube chat in game with one monitor. All right. So at least it's giving me information. So I'll figure out how to actually put it after the stream. I'm definitely gonna have it set up before the next stream, 100%. Because I think that's the only thing that we really need until further notice. See, this is all for Twitch. All right, but we should be Gucci. Let's start our analysis one time, right? It's about to be 55. I said 55, 15. So let's just read out some news one time. And if you're new to the chat or to the stream, every morning I stream, I go and I digest the news, data, or any type of information that could be related to the markets. I just read that off and pretty much dissect it and spit out trader sentiment for the day with that. So we're going to get that started right now. Let's look up the news real quick. Okay. So there's optimism that the U.S. government shutdown may be coming to an end, which is boosting sentiment. That happened. I think that sentiment came from yesterday, not sentiment, but that optimism has been stemming up since yesterday. So you can always keep that in mind. Strong results and forward guidance for major tech AI firms, and that's providing a lift to risk assets. There's also a mix of supportive signals, shutdown end plus tech strength, combined with lingering risks of valuation and data gaps, which means the upside is open, but it's not guaranteed. And after looking at technicals, the fundamentals, like the news, is pretty much agreeing with that. So overall, I'll say the narrative supports upside with the shutdown ending and tech strength. So, and the start of the week, since the start of the week, pretty much bulls been having momentum. So until we see a reversal or indicator stuff like that, we're gonna assume that the bull run is gonna continue until we see some slowing. All right. So, however, we are still in a zone where we are pretty much getting that apex points, peaks, so on and so forth. So we have to watch out for potential reversals, as we said. So the sentiment would be slightly bullish, but it's not fully aggressive. We're not gonna take any continuation setups. Me personally, being that I'm gonna show you guys the technicals in a second, but we are up pre-market as well due to this optimism. And because we are up pre-market, it's kind of hard for me to want to trade it going higher, especially since the move already happened. All right, so let's get into the technicals now a bit. Let's get into the text. And again, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. Let me put that in the chat. Oops, let's not make no spelling error. Okay, let's post that and then pin it. Okay. All right, moving on to the technicals, starting with the higher time frames. Damn, my stomach hurt. So this was our signal that happened on Friday, and we pretty much called out this signal too. That it was gonna go to the ascendant support and then bounce pretty much right off of that, forming a long bottom wick with a small body. And this is a trigger because it traps a lot of sellers that was looking for this continuation lower. Now, when they stop out, we get moves like this. This is called capitulations, where you have buying momentum plus the sellers that are getting trapped. When they exit, they also give buying momentum because they have to buy to close. If you're short and you're buying and you're borrowing a contract, stock, and any type of entity or product, you have to buy it back. So that's why we get momentum from that, right? So this was the follow through from the trigger. And being that this day on Monday closed so strong, which means price close near the high. So you see how this box, the body, is closer to the top of the wick. That pretty much shows that price close, which means at the end of this session, this is a day. So at the end of the day, the price closed near its highs, right? Now the next day, the first move was a dip and then rip. All right, so we got a nice bottom wick, which not the same size as this one that we had here, but it still gives some momentum, enough momentum to get through this high here of 68, right? Now, the play I would love to have played if this move didn't happen as of yet is pretty much the same thing, where you get a small bottom wick, where you get the first move being a dip down, and then you play through the high of this candle at 880, right? So far, since it's already above that, I'm going to mark out this line, this high here, because this is a previous resistance turn support. Now, if price gets back below this level, first I'm going to look for it to test this level to see if we're just testing to continue higher again. If we break through this level, we're actually going to form a topping wick at the top of an apex point, which is a reversal signal. This is on the day, and we just pretty much trying to visualize what could possibly happen. So if we're looking for shorts, we're going to want to see price trip back down, get under this level of 880, and then either have a small body, or we can have a large red body with a long topping wick. That's what we want to see for the shorts. For the bulls, we just want to see a retest and continuation. But the question is, being that we are pretty much stretched towards the top side now, how much higher are we going to go? That's the big question. So we can set our levels based off of previous wick points. So this is one here. So the first level would be around 909, 910. Second level, I'm placing it at all the topping wicks. So this one is at 915.50. Next one, I mean, we kind of could consolidate these two into one. We're probably going to end up doing that because we can pretty much do that for here. Right? Okay, so let's remove this one because this should pretty much be the first candle to make the high. We will break this high first before this high. So you would want to see price get above 909 so we can test and push for 944. But price has to hold. That's the thing. On the 4 hour, we are getting a bottom wick a little bit at the top of a move. We're getting a bottom wick, which is good bullish momentum. But what you would want to see is this actually play out. It has 30 minutes on left to go. So the bulls would have to recover over this high pretty much. It doesn't. All right. If it doesn't, we can just use this candle as a trigger and look for the next candle to make the high of this trigger candle at what is this? 898. We could also do that as well. And then just look for it to take out this high of 900 pretty much, and then 909, 944, so on and so forth. Can y'all hear me good? I'm not sure if you guys can hear me good because I was told that sometimes the mic is iffy. On the daily now, we're also looking at the MACD. Obviously, in the 4 hours, it's already fully green. Momentum is still there. MACD on the 1 day, starting to converge a little bit. And if it does, that would be extremely bullish because this is the start of a very, very large macro move. That's pretty much what the MACD would be telling us. And going down to the hourly, let's take a look. So getting a bit of a consolidation around point of control on the 30-minute. I tried to dip below point of control a few times. Well, twice, I would say. If you want to count the past hour or so. Other than that, we have to dip around here a few times as well. Rejected, got above it, rejected, got above it. Just playing around the point of control pretty much. So I guess this is a level to watch. It's an interesting level to watch here at 895. You can mark out these highs here at 900. Yeah, because there's a double top here at 900 too. So it's definitely an area to watch up here. 909.50. Could watch for that break. Got a little range here too on the 30-minute. Ooh. Excuse me. On the 1 hour, the MACD is red, and as y'all know, I hate trading against the MACD, but this kind of agrees with what my theory is, because I assume that the move already happened. The most we can look for is for it to go a little bit higher. So realistically, I'd want to be short in a sense because this move's already happened. As you can see even with the zigzag here, we've been in an uptrend for a little minute. And with the top and bottom V strat, we're at the top of the V. It made one leg. We need another leg at some point, whether it goes up a little bit higher and then make that next leg. Regardless, we're going to have a pivot at this point, somewhere at this high here. So I don't want to be stuck in at the high, looking for it to get higher and then risk that pivot point pretty much. Let's go to the mid screen. Ooh. Okay. Can't really talk much about the mid screen other than place levels to see where to look at, because it's just not a lot of volume in the market right now. However, we did make our levels on a higher time frame, so it's not really much for us to do on the 5-minute or 15-minute, pretty much. So we got a level here at 808, well 880, level here at 900. Got a level just in case it breaks below 880 at 866. If it breaks above 900, we have a level at 909. So we pretty much have a bunch of if-then statements just lined up, ready to go. Looking at delta, again, not much volume in the market, so the delta is relatively low. It could go either way. I'm not seeing any big position sizes or a lot of aggression as of now. However, the bulls are in control in the extended trading hours, so we can keep that in mind. For the previous days, the start of the trading day, the sellers would be in control. But it looks like for today, the bulls will start in control. So let's see. Let's see what we get in market open. 4 minutes till market open. Let's see what we get. Four minutes till market open. Two minutes until open. What are we getting? What are we getting? Yo, my stomach is killing me today, y'all. I might not be on the stream too long. I gotta start making short form content too. How does this link look? I don't see no link in here. I thought they said the link is in the description. Where the link at? Where the link at, man? Should be texting in my Discord too, huh? Should definitely be texting in my Discord. Let's do that. All right, so we get the short immediate into the open. Not being the first move of the day. This makes sense. It's warranted. But I didn't like it being the first move. I wish it extended first. That would have been so nice if it extended first so then I could play the short off the top. But it's already taking a breather. Just getting the media short, man. Build up. Are we looking on the oh, okay, so Delta's picking up on the short side. They're getting at the equilibrium point on CVD. That's cumulative volume delta. So we're pretty much at, like, especially if think of if we're playing tug of war, we're at the middle point right now. We're approaching the middle point. Oh, we just passed the middle point. But to put it in terms, the sellers are, even though we are at an equal point, we're getting there. The sellers did have strong, well, let me not say strong. They did have strength in terms of getting there because the buyers were way in control. Not gonna hold you. They was way in control. And for them to just bring it back to equal from there, that's actually pretty impressive. But let's see if it's a breather or a real move. As you know, we have to wait 15 minutes, get some info out on the board. Once we got some info on the board and everybody shows their hands and we know how the market's trying to move, then we can start look for entries. Now, being that our move already happened, it's going to be harder for us to get that entry, unfortunately. Because this move already happened. It could very well make a top. Well, I don't even have it on that screen. Since this move already happened, it could very well become a trigger where you get that top end wick, right? And as I was mentioning before, you get a below that 880 point. Now this becomes a trigger for a reversal. Pretty much making a lower high. Now after that, if we drop down and make a, this is on the daily, so we're thinking in days pretty much. So if after we drop down or after this becomes a trigger and it actually does play out to be a reversal, we can look for a higher low now. We want to look for a higher low because it would be wrong to assume that after this reversal, it's just going to go straight through this extreme supply level here. So, yep, that's pretty much what I want to see for the shorts. Because, again, I'm looking for shorts. Oh, look, and there's a signal here. There's a little signal here. We did mention that earlier in the stream, though. This happened at, yeah, this is 2 a.m. 4 hour. Right under this low here. We can kind of mark out 890 too. We gotta mark out some levels on our trigger account though. Let's put it on a 5-minute real quick. Oops. Let's put it on a 5-minute real quick. Okay, where are our levels? There's one here. One here. Okay. There's definitely one right here. There's one up here. Right here. Okay. And then obviously the next one will be the high. So now we have to get the net. Where's our net? And I'll say we got some wick levels here. 1, 2, 3. We want to touch all that points. And there's some consolidation on the left side here too. We get a little pivot. So it kind of meet at 882. So you can place one right there. This is a pivot level here, and a consolidation right at the highs here as well on the left side again. So we can make our last one right here. So these are our levels to watch for the day. Let's go back to 1 minute. Get some more detail on the picture since we do have our 5-minute on the top screens already anyway. 15-minute is forming a nice trigger if you could continue this trajectory where you have a bottom wick and you see the follow through right after that. If you want an example of what I'm talking about on a higher time frame, this is exactly what it looks like. After a small little, well, this is not small at all. This is a crazy retracement. But after that, after an extension, pretty much you get the long bottom wick, continuations through the high of the trigger. So that's what I want to see on this 15-minute. However, there's 8 minutes to go in there. So a lot can happen in 8 minutes, as y'all know. A lot can happen in a second. But y'all also seen the delta here. 1.7K. Negative delta. Yeah, it's negative aggression. And it's relatively high, but not as high as we've seen earlier starts to the week. This is actually pretty... It's actually the most rational open we've got in this whole week, to be honest. Price is still tricking up. So being that we got the first dip, maybe we can go a little bit higher for a bit, but it's like we're so extended. It's just not I'm just not trusting it. It doesn't make sense for me to risk that. Why not wait until we get back to a zone that's tradable? Like, after we break 900, it's like how much higher are we gonna go after that? Excuse me. Let's check the economic calendar as well, because I'm pretty sure we're supposed to have some speeches. Let me bring this closer to my mouth. We're supposed to have some speeches as well. So let's see. What's today? Wednesday. We have Fed Williams, Paulson, Waller, Bostic, Moran. Yeah. And when does it start? Oh, 9:20. So it already started, huh? I wonder if we can find this. Where can we find this? Let's look it up. Let's look it up and see if we can find this. That trigger is playing out in the 15-minute. 5 minutes trying to engulf a previous candle. I'm trying to see if we can find the Fed speeches. Maybe we can watch Bloomberg. I wonder if Bloomberg is going to be covering it. Let's see. 12:05 p.m. Yeah, also, why is Bloomberg not live? Hold on. Let's pause this music real quick. Oh, y'all could probably hear me so much better now.
Overall picture of this equity market, the breadth is pretty good. It's AMD that's the biggest contributor to the gains this morning. It's driving the S&P up by 3.5 points. Similar to NVIDIA, even though it's not even up 0.5%. but that's just because of how dominant the thing is. As I mentioned, some of these banks are doing well. JP Morgan's up. Jamie Dimon's going to be meeting with the president at the White House for a dinner. On the downside,
They're not really showing much, to be honest.
Apple,
Already.
Alphabet, Palantir, Meta, all in the top losers so far this morning. If you look at some of the
This
sectors,
is boring.
financials are doing really well.
Not seeing anything.
Goldman Sachs is up, which means the Dow.
I don't want to hear her talk for the whole entire trading session. We got some bullish signals playing out though. Definitely do have some bullish signals playing out. Hourly though, man. That hourly is a problem. Four minutes so we can start putting fingers on triggers. I really don't want to trade this market here. I really don't want to trade today. Like, even the thought is making my stomach hurt right now. Oh man, just realized I could put the music back on. Our signals is slowly going away. We need to pick back up. Ooh, that's nasty. Oh. That's not the short. I want a short here, but that's not the move. It's not. It's only for 3 points. It's not enough. It's not enough. 3 points is not enough. I knew that move would play out, but it's just not enough points for me. I was looking at a micro play here where you get that topping wick because it was green, but I didn't think it would hold, so I was gonna get in on this green candle for the reversal. it was just not too much. Yo, my stomach is really just not here today, y'all. I might have to end stream early for real. Like, my head hurts. My head feels hot. My stomach feels shaky. This light feeling brighter than it usually is. Maybe I need to drink some water. I didn't eat yet. Oh my goodness. See, that's why I didn't play that move. Yes, it would have been a nice short to the support level, but being that it's from just right here to right here, the risk to reward ratio is not attractive at all. There's no point of taking that trade. Now, if you come up to maybe this level, that VWAP, 90. Oh man, where's my energy, guys? Where's my energy? Okay, let's lock in. Lock in, let's lock in. That feels so weird though. Wonder where you want to reverse to, because this next hourly ends. When does this next hourly end? Another wick forming right here. Bounce off a moving average. Could take out these lows, break below this. Now that may be attractive, because if you break these lows, I was just about to say if you break these lows, it's gonna get a move like that. That's crazy, bro. I literally just said it. Let me time frame that. 106 mark. I literally called that. Who's here? There's one viewer. Wait, there's one viewer. So one of y'all saw me call that. Please be my witness. Please be my witness. Please bear witness. I literally just called that. I literally said, being that that move just happened, where you get another wick off the moving average, I'm saying this more than likely for us to break through this floor and then just go straight to here. And that's exactly what happened before I can even finish my sentence. Like, watching charts for so long, you're gonna pick up a thing or two in terms of intuition. You're definitely gonna pick up a thing or two. Maybe 104. 104 to, let's put it to, what time is it? 107. Oh, 8. Wait, 108. Oh, that's a nice trigger on a 1 minute. Oh, that's a lovely trigger on the 1 minute, but it already went without me. I should have got in here. It's that MACD, man. On our hourly, I told y'all about that MACD on our hourly. That shit do not play around. Every time I see that MACD red, bro, because usually, all right, you see this MACD red? If your MACD is red, what usually works for bull setups don't work as well. Because that's just telling that a lot of the bears, they have a lot of momentum in the market. So bull setups are not going to work as good as they usually would when bulls have the momentum. But in this case, bears have a lot of momentum right now. For example, this is a reversal indicator. But again, it's on a 1 minute though, so you can't put that much merit into it. But usually when you see like this, you usually see an explosion up, like especially over these highs here, 79. It is trying to find a bottom here at this level. Can't really trust it though, again, because MACD is red, and it just seems like we're just overall turning over right now. So next level out. Oh my goodness, I'm not even on the right screen. I am on the damn macro screen, silly boy. Oh my goodness. All right, but at least on the 30 minute, we're approaching a supply level here at 86. Let's look how we're, oh, see, there we go. There we go. Forming that trigger on the daily, as we mentioned earlier, where we get a long top and wick, small body, maybe even a red body, And then the next day, this becomes an apex point, pretty much being a lower high. And then we drop until we potentially hit a higher low. That's what we look for. 10 minutes into the next hourly open. Being if this closes close to its lows, I would look for a pop and then drop into the next supply level. That's what we're looking for. 5 minutes, pretty much saying the same thing. Is this music too loud? I hope the music isn't too loud. It shouldn't be. What you want to do? Retrace here? Funny enough, on the CVD, buyers are still in control. That's mad funny. Oh gosh, why do I feel like this right now? Like, just so weak and lethargic. But I gotta stream for at least an hour. Don't know what's wrong. That's nasty. Oh, I don't have no energy. I can't even lift my head up, bro. I really might have to end this. Let me sit up. Maybe that's what it is. Like, I just feel so weak. I need to eat something. Whew. Okay. Lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. We good. You just gotta gaslight yourself into thinking you're good, you know? So much energy lost. The price is trying to build back up on the 1 minute. Too early to tell if it'll hold. Let's see how that hourly looks. Hourly still finishing below 880, below its lows. So let's see what we get. A lot of people short, 61% short. That makes me wary. Because the tilt is always late to the party. Always late to the party. So when I see 61% short, it makes me want to go long. I'm a counter trender. I'm not going to hold y'all. Contrarian, if you will. Damn, though. Ooh. Oh, come on. Wow, that's strong. Reversal here?
Order filled. Order filled.
Wait, what am I doing?
Order
Come on here.
filled.
What am I doing? That should have been a scalp. Why am I getting in on MES? I can't even think straight. I just went in for $9, bro. That would have been so much more on ES. Especially that scalp. That was so stupid on my part, man. I'm not thinking straight. That's why. Just not thinking straight.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Good look at long play, bro. But why is my head hurt like this? This is insane.
Order filled. Order filled.
How's Delta look? 9,000 in Delta, negative Delta. That's not bad. But it's like, oh my goodness. How do you look on the day? Pulling back on the day as well. Sellers are picking up strong here, so I want to see them get through. Hey, 69. Bro, this energy of mine. Oh, gosh. How's the MACD looking on the hourly? Still turning over red. It's pretty early too.
Order filled.
Nice. Why do I feel like this? I can't do this, bro. I'm gonna end up like tripping up on my words and shit. Let me just end from here.